Hey friends, I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Home, and I'm so excited for today's special collab video, a little break from our usual with our 365 vlog challenge we have coming out. Today we're doing a special homeschool show and tell. So Abby and Jessica at Rooted in Rest and Waldock Way, thank you guys. Come and sit down and let's talk about how we make writing fun in our homeschool. You guys, I'm so excited to share this with you. Oh my gosh, our writing journey, I'm telling you, we've struggled. Let me tell you what we've done. Glad you guys are all here today. Again, I'm Heidi, creator of Heavenly Minded Home, Heavenly Minded Homeschool. We love sharing through our family ministry, including our daily vlogs that come out. We have homeschool stuff galore. I have classes and homemaker stuff that we do in our collective. Lots and lots of stuff here. Be sure when you subscribe to tap that bell notification so you can see all of that. You can also go to heavenlymindedhome.com to learn more about all the stuff. If there's something that can be an encouragement or a way to serve you, we're happy to do so. But I love this homeschool show and tell that Abby and Jessica do. It is so much fun to just get on and see how other people are doing things, because I think sometimes homeschool can be overwhelming. You can see a lot of stuff and you don't really know where to gauge yourself. Are you doing an okay job? Should you be doing more? How does it all work? It can be a lot. So sometimes seeing how other people do it can be really helpful. For me, we're very minimal, we're very simple, we're Bible focused in all that we do, and just make sure, for me, I want my kids to not only have an amazing walk with the Lord, but I want them in their education to have real practical life-serving, type of an education. And so that's what we focus on, and I'm so excited to talk about today's topic, which is writing. I think writing can be very intimidating. We have kids from ages 5 up to 18. So I've literally got from pre-K to a senior in high school. And writing is one of those topics that we really struggled with. I've shared about it before, but unfortunately, our son, he was dyslexic and it went unnoticed. We started homeschool when he was in the middle of first grade. So we've been doing it for a long time. We had nobody else that homeschooled. This was before even a lot of the resources we have now. I've been homeschooling for a while. So it was before YouTube and the internet necessarily had all the stuff it has today and how easy it is. So we were totally on our own. Unfortunately, it went missed for him. We didn't realize it was dyslexia that he was struggling with. And so by the time we kind of figured all of that out, he hated anything to do with reading and writing. I mean, didn't want to touch it. I couldn't get the kid to write a sentence to save his life. It's not that he didn't possess the ability. He just hated it and didn't want to do it. The same thing for our oldest daughter. She's been homeschooled her whole life, but writing was just something she didn't want to do. I tried so many different curriculums. I tried so many different activities. We did so many different things and just none of it worked. It was really, really frustrating. And let me tell you guys about what we did, because I'm telling you, I went from kids who wanted nothing to do with writing. It was one of the greatest struggles in our homeschool to now. My son has self-published his first book in a long series that he is writing. You guys can learn more about that right up here. I'm so proud of him. He's a phenomenal author. Our daughter is in the midst of writing 10 different stories. My next youngest daughter, she's already starting to write stories. All of a sudden, we are in a house full of authors. They are writing all the time. We've had to set limits on how much they can be writing. That's how much they're writing. They're always talking about it. They have groups with their friends now, and they've made their own little publishing group and the whole nine. And it's due to this one thing. I'm telling you, it has changed writing for our homeschool 1,000%. I was fed up. Couldn't take it anymore. My kid didn't want to write. He hated it so much. I was struggling with the girls. They didn't want to do it either. I was trying so many different things, implementing different things. Some would work a little bit, but I wanted my kids to know how to write and to write well, and for it to hopefully be something that they at least somewhat enjoyed. Enter my mom. She has been a teacher from literally kindergarten to adult education throughout the government school system and private school systems for 20 years. And she was retiring. And I said, Mom, will you help me out? I can't get your grandkids to write. I feel like I want my kids to know how to read well, to write well, and to have basic math down. Those are my goals in their secular academics, are those 3 areas. And I'm totally dropping the ball with writing. I don't know what to do. And so she started this. And then as she was doing it, I was like, I think we're onto something here. I think we've got something going. And that is how the HMH Co-op was created. What's really, really cool about this is this video is coming out today, but we actually have new classes starting next week on Tuesday. So you guys seeing this now, you have time to come check it out and sign up. Oh my goodness. We started the HMH Co-op. We do a 3-month rotation. So 1 month they focus on reading, 1 month they focus on writing, and then we take a month off and then do the cycle all over again. Not only my kids, but literally families all around the country have joined us in this virtual co-op. And these kids now love, like, it's not just my kids. Like, I'm telling you, my kids are obsessed. They write all the time. My son's books are phenomenal. And I'm not just saying that as like his mom. They're really good. These kids love writing. Love writing. And what I noticed was my mom would sit down with the kids and work on just creative storytelling. Everybody has a story. Everybody can come up with some story or something they're interested in. And so they'd sit down on Google Docs so she could be seeing what they're typing, and they would start making up stories. For me, I hate focusing on like grammar worksheets and, you know, things like that. I feel like it's so unnatural. For everything else that we learn, how to walk, how to talk, how to, you know, grow and all this, you learn as you do it and in its total context, not just picking out one little piece and drilling it to death. And my mom's really subscribed to that way of learning as well. Again, it's what she found most successful in all of her years of education. And so she sits down with the kids. They start getting ideas onto a document. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't, you know, let's just start getting ideas down. And then they sit down and they go through it and she reads it back to them and they make adjustments and changes and talk it out. And now even in the co-op, they do like peer-to-peer editing where they sit down and they partner with someone and read their stories and work on them to improve them, to make sure that the reader's understanding what you're trying to get out and fix any of these little errors and things that they find. It's phenomenal. We're actually going to be publishing for our younger kids and our older kids. We're going to be self-publishing books for our co-op families of their stories because they are so phenomenal. And I really do credit it all to our HMH Co-op, like 100%. But seeing how just focusing on telling a story and doing this and working together and seeing all of their skills grow, even with vocabulary and grammar and, you know, just how to structure paragraphs and chapters, seeing all of that come together has been by far the coolest thing in the whole wide world. And I just love seeing how we struggled for a good decade with the topic of writing, with me trying all kinds of things, buying all kinds of curriculums, doing all kinds of different things. And then in just the past couple of years of having this co-op, literally all of my kids, even our 5-year-old, she tells us stories, right? She brings us little squibbly line papers and they're her stories. But seeing this like love for writing, for storytelling, seeing that come together to the point now of our oldest son publishing his first, he published a short story like introduction, and then the first full book is getting ready to come out. And he's got a whole series, you know, like planned out in his head that he's currently writing. And so to see this come from a kid who was dyslexic, struggled, I couldn't get the kid to write a sentence to save his life, like just hated it so much. It was such a fight, even though we tried so many tricks and so many things, to a kid now that we have to set limits because he would write from sun up to sundown 7 days a week if we let him. That's how much he loves writing now. Thanks to our co-op and thanks to this just group of kids that they've gotten to meet, and they encourage each other, working with the teacher, my mom, you know, to help out with that. And such a great help for me because she's kind of helped and kind of given me some direction. And then I can then just support this foundation that she's building and see my kids really flourish, really grow, and really just use this knowledge that they have to build the foundation of what the Lord could use one day in their lives. So literally, I was so excited for this topic, especially because this month is a writing workshop month for HMH Co-op. We have classes literally from the pre-K little tiny kids all the way up to our seniors in high school, doing everything from learning to read, to starting to put words together, to starting to write, to our full-blown guys that are, you know, literally publishing stories. So I think writing can be so fun, and it doesn't have to be everybody's, you know, cup of tea, but we've really found, I mean, the kids, if they could do writing workshop every single month, they would, because they enjoy it so much. Even if writing isn't your favorite subject in the whole wide world, God's a storyteller. And I think all of us, in a sense, are storytellers. Everybody has a story, either that they really love or that you could think of. And when you get to kind of hone in on those skills of just taking ideas in your mind and getting them out onto paper, is a really neat process that helps in so many different ways. And so if you're struggling like we were with getting your kids to write, maybe your kid loves writing and they'd like to take it to the next level. Maybe you've got some younger kids that you're like, I don't even know how to move into this next phase of teaching them how to write. You guys come and check out the HMH Collective. They have so much fun. It is the families in there. We love you guys so much. You guys are such a blessing. And like I said, new classes are starting here next week. So perfect timing if you want to come in and try out a writing workshop, or even for the younger kiddos, you're struggling with getting them to read or kind of building some of their confidence in that area. We got something over there for everyone. You guys can check out more about this month's classes right here in this video. And if you'd like to go ahead and tap that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. We have videos coming out every single day. So I will see you guys hopefully right back here tomorrow. I pray this can be an encouragement. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye, friends.